Good evening. We begin with some breaking news on the out-of-control brawl outside a Collingwood pub involving 200 youths. Let's go live now to crime reporter Alexa Staish. Alexa, you've just spoken to a relative of one of the victims.
That's right, Pete. Not long ago, I spoke with the father of an 18-year-old man who was trying to get home from that event in Collingwood when he was set upon and attacked. This is the first photo we've seen of him recovering in the Alfred Hospital after a thug broke his nose and knocked him unconscious. His father is gutted. He's spoken exclusively with 9 News, saying he feared he could lose his son.
It's a parent's worst nightmare, if you know what I mean, because it was a Father's Day, and the last thing that you want is the news that you have to go and check out if your son's alive or not. This madness has to stop.
And Pete, this comes on the same day our Prime Minister has criticised the state government, saying Victoria is facing a serious problem when it comes to law and order. Kicking, punching, stomping on victims, fighting with garden stakes and a driver crashing into cars before hitting a pedestrian. All this at the hands of 200 brawling youths, police described as African Australians and Pacific Islanders. And no one was arrested on the spot.
Police, in the initial stages, as I say, observed some scuffling occurring, but that stopped straight away and people ran. The
Prime Minister points the finger squarely at our state leaders.
There is a high proportion of Sudanese in New South Wales too, but we don't have that problem. So this is a law and order problem.
We now know the brawl started inside the Smith Street Hotel, then spilled onto the streets, injuring 7 victims. And police say they advised organisers to cancel the event.
Victoria Police was aware that we were having people participating or attending the event that were known to us, that were known to have a criminal history.
Local officers requested more numbers to deal with the high-risk event, which the police union says was rejected.
They requested additional resources and were told that the response would be business as usual.
Acting Deputy Commissioner Robert Hill says that's not true.
On this Saturday night, our numbers doubled.
Just like the chaos in Taylors Hill last month, scared residents hid in homes. The state government is denying suggestions of a no-arrest policy.
200 people and you've got a handful of police. It's a very difficult scenario to be making large arrests.
If you look at Taylors Hill and the weekend, it's pretty simple. It's an affray. Anybody can be arrested at an affray.
Police say they conducted patrols here at the hotel 8 times throughout the night, with officers going inside the venue and making their presence known. When the fight broke out just before 3 a.m, they say they were close by and units responded straight away.
As more police arrived there, our focus was dealing with and attending to those that were injured.
Detectives arrested and released an 18-year-old man last night suspected of driving the car that hit a pedestrian. That injured man has since had his leg amputated and is fighting for life in the Alfred Hospital.
If such a great job was done in the planning, how did it all go so bad?
Alexa Staish, 9 News.